Hello and welcome to the Week 13 recap video. I'm gonna get right into things right now. I got a few days off. I'm gonna try and work out some bonus articles or something this week. So let's get right into things. First on the list was number 20, Houston at Memphis. I picked Memphis to win this game. I think Houston had a good season, but I think that Memphis was a better team than the record let on, and Memphis did win it. It was a close game, 48-44, but I picked Memphis to win, and they did. Number 16, Nebraska at Iowa. I picked Iowa to win this game, and they did pretty handily. They kind of blew Nebraska away. Next was number 5, Washington at number 23, Washington State. I picked Washington to win this game, and they blew Washington State out of the water. So Washington State ends their regular season the same way they started it, with a 2-game losing streak. Next was number 19, Boise State at Air Force. I had picked Boise State to win this game, but Air Force pulled off the upset and got the 27-20 win. Next was Toledo at number 21, Western Michigan. Western Michigan put on an offensive show and got a 55-35 win over Toledo. Kentucky at number 11, Louisville. I had picked Louisville to win this game, and save for a fumble at the very end of the game, they would have, but Kentucky managed to take that fumble down the field and get the game-winning field goal, 41-38. Number 3, Michigan at number 2, Ohio State. Now, Michigan, this was the game this weekend. Probably the best game of the year. Number 3, Michigan dominated the game for most of the time, but 2 picks, one returned for a touchdown and one returned to set up a really short field for Ohio State, essentially cost Michigan the game. Ohio State comes away with the 30-27 victory in double overtime. Michigan State at Penn State. I picked Penn State to win this game, and they did, and thanks to the Ohio State win over Michigan, Penn State will be playing for the Big Ten Championship. Minnesota at number 6, Wisconsin. Wisconsin played bad for the first part of the game, but great fourth quarter, came on late and won the game 31-17. Number 25, Navy at Southern Methodist University. Navy came up with a huge win, clinches their first berth into the American Athletic Conference Championship game. Number 18, West Virginia at Iowa State. I picked West Virginia to win this game, and they did. Iowa State really wasn't in the game for most of it. Notre Dame at number 12, USC. I picked USC to win this game. It's a rivalry game, so anything can happen. And aside from a meltdown at the end of the first half for Notre Dame, the game was pretty even. You take away the pick 6 and the returned punt, and it's a lot closer than it looked. But 45-27 was the final, and those two things did happen, so USC gets a big win. Number 13, Auburn at number 1, Alabama. Alabama comes away with the big win and is undefeated going into the SEC Championship, where they will take on Florida. South Carolina at number 4, Clemson. Clemson ran away with this one early. 56-7 was the final. Clemson gets a huge win. Number 17, Tennessee at Vanderbilt. I picked Tennessee to win this game, but Vandy came on really hard in this game, got themselves a win to go bowl eligible, and a rivalry win over Tennessee is a rare thing for Vanderbilt. So Vanderbilt gets a huge win on this one. Number 22, Utah at number 9, Colorado. Colorado comes away with a close 27-22 win over Utah, clinches their spot in the Pac-12 championship game against Washington. Rice at number 24, Stanford. Stanford gets a big win for the last game of their regular season, looking to remain in the hunt for a bowl game, a pretty big bowl game. They're going to climb a little bit in the rankings this weekend, so we're going to see where they fall. And last but not least, number 15, Florida at number 14, Florida State. I had picked Florida to win the game based on their defense, but their defense didn't seem to show up. The final score was 31-13, Florida State. Florida State gets a big win to finish their season 9-3, and Florida gets another loss to go into the SEC Championship game against Alabama. So that's it for this past week. 14 out of 18 correct is what I got. Puts me at a 77.7% correct rate. On the season so far, I've gotten 200 of the 263 games correct, which puts me at a 76 overall percent. Thanks for tuning in. If you guys like what I'm doing, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And I'll see you guys probably later this week for, I might be doing a Heisman update, seeing who might win the Heisman, although I think this one's pretty clean and cut on who should win. But it's going to be interesting to see where this lands. So, once again, thanks for tuning in. Hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll be back later with either the predictions or a Heisman video for you guys. See ya.